Welcome back, guys. Going to give you kind of a boots on the ground report here today, what I'm seeing in the Southwest Florida region now that we are firmly in our fall selling season, which is traditionally our slowest time, but some really interesting trends that I'm seeing on the ground from buyers, sellers, builders, unfortunately. Some stuff that is a little discouraging, if you ask me. I'll let you guys decide. What you hear and how it pertains to you and how you feel about it is probably going to come down to what side of the fence you're on. Are you selling or are you buying? But things are evolving super quickly here this month. 2 weeks. 2 weeks makes a big difference right now. And some of the stuff I'm going to go over wasn't even on the radar 2 weeks ago. But we've had a lot of moving parts and a lot of things shift. And again, I'm just one guy. I'm just one agent that works here. So results may vary. People are going to have different experiences than I do, but this is what I'm currently seeing while I'm down here on the ground. The first thing I want to start off with is mortgage rates are down considerably from their high, and that has done two things. I'm a little surprised about one of them. One is people have come off the fence. Things have gone pending rather quickly that have been sitting around for a while. I got into 3 multiple offer situations in the past 7 days, which that hasn't happened since season. And it really, usually doesn't happen outside of season. So, and these were not homes that were new to the market. One was 5 days. So, and I thought it was overpriced, to be honest with you, but somebody else did. And it was a very nice house. The other 2 have been on the market for a little while, and it's not unheard of. I mean, I've had it happen on my listings, things that I've had listed for 6 months, suddenly the same day we get 2 offers in, but seeing a lot of stuff I've been watching go pending as well. So the buyer activity right now, just in the past 2 weeks, has kind of upticked because the mortgage rates have dropped. A lot of people think that everybody buys cash here, and it's really about 30% of our sales any given month if you were to average it out, which is high, but a lot of people do use financing. So seeing a big uptick in the pendings. A lot of stuff, we don't know what it'll sell for, but it looks like it is selling. The more discouraging thing I'm seeing is builders are responding to these lower rates the same way they did last time they went down, and they're raising their prices, some of them. Some of the big builders, some of the small builders, some resell homes. Some people who are reselling their home, owners are just like, okay, jack it up 5-10% since things have become more affordable, which kind of enrages me because, we make a movement on the affordability scale. I think an article I was reading said that the average American could afford $20,000 more on the average home purchase since the rates dropped. But that's not really, in my opinion, what I think people are looking for. They're looking for more affordability. So for builders and owners to come out and raise their prices 5 to 10% on $300,000 to $400,000 houses and just eat up that affordability savings. I don't know. It's a little disgusting to me. Just my opinion. But I also understand the business end of it. So just not, they did it last time. They did it last year when rates dropped. So, it's going to come down. I think the rate cuts are baked in at this point, whether they happen or not. The mortgage rates have dropped, and it's just unfortunate to see that seems to be the seize the day moment. Like the inventory's not moving, so let's raise prices because people can afford more. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? And real quick, guys, while I cross this death trap of a bridge, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy this content. If you like this video, please like this video as well, and we'll get back to it. So as far as buyers go, I would say they're cautiously optimistic right now around the region. Is it a case of FOMO? You could argue that, I guess. But the other thing is it's very stressful to be a buyer, and people don't understand that. I don't think people in my profession understand that because they look at the market and go, oh, it's a buyer's market. Buyers have all the power. You could pick any house you want. You can negotiate most of the time. What's so stressful? Well, you're buying in a declining market. That's what's stressful. You don't know if you're buying at the bottom. And I try to take that into consideration when I work with people, that it's a large financial transaction and people are not only do they not want to get a lemon of a house, I mean, no one ever does, but especially now, you don't really want to get into something that's going to be a bunch of problems, but you don't want to buy a house and watch it lose a chunk of its value a year later. So it's stressful to be a buyer right now because you don't know if next year your house is going to be worth 10% less than you paid for it. And nobody wants that to happen on anything they buy. I get it. Except a car. It's just like generally accepted when you buy a new car, you're losing value immediately. So most people don't plan on reselling those in 5 to 7 years for a profit. I get it. But yeah, it's hard for me to say because I can't tell you if you're buying at the bottom. I only know you're not buying at the top. So what am I seeing from sellers? Kind of a mixed bag because this rate talk and the rate drops and the mortgage rates coming down is bolstering seller confidence very strongly. So I kind of go into one of two camps. You absolutely are ready to sell and you're ready to get rid of this thing, or now you want to take a wait and see approach. There's a lot of people that don't necessarily need to sell, they tell me. It's like, I know what I got. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. I'm not going to give it away. And still a lot of that going around. Even people who haven't delisted. A busy bridge this morning. People are like, what's happening in his town? What is this guy doing? But it is still the case. I know what I got. I ain't going to give it away kind of situation mentality. And at this point, with all the chatter in the media, they're going to wait and see. They're going to wait and see what happens at the next Fed meeting. They're going to wait. No, boat scared me. Thought something was coming behind me. And then I guess act accordingly. So a little more seller confidence. And in some markets, as you'll see in a video I'm going to put out later this week, it's kind of understandable. Like Venice area has dropped dramatically in the amount of inventory they have. They're technically back in a seller's market, even though their prices are slightly declining. So in some places, the amount of sales we had, the amount of delistings we had, really has affected inventory. Now, it's still historically higher than it was, but that does change the game plan a little bit for some people who are looking to sell. So what are agents feeling? Kind of the same optimism as sellers. Everyone's banging on, we got to lower rates, but they never talk about lowering the price. It's always the prices. It's not the rates. I mean, the rates help. Obviously, people are coming off the edge, but you got to lower these. The prices are nuts. There's no way, two ways around it. So I see agents post, here, wait until the rates drop. The market's going to explode. And then maybe, I don't know. We'd still have to eat through a lot of inventory in areas like Punta Gorda, Charlotte County on the whole. So, Lee County, even Naples to some extent, Sarasota. I would say like Venice would be maybe affected by it, but it's always just banging on that drum. Some agents are acting absolutely insane. Like no one will leave feedback anymore, even on my listings. And I kind of understand why. It's like when I show houses and they ask for feedback and I send it to them, it just starts a war. It just, this is why you're wrong. And this is why this is actually worth that. Okay, I get it. You're doing your job. I'm sorry I even told you the house was overpriced and that it looked like crap. I didn't say it that way, but I'm like over here saying, I got to help these people. Here, this is going to be useful. Take this to your seller, which that's what I would want people to do. But haven't been getting feedback lately, and now I understand why. It's because it becomes harassment. Oh, they should still make an offer. Oh, it's a great house. Oh, well, we've moved on. And it goes on for days, even when you say no. They just won't take no for an answer. I guess, that's that high pressure sales, which I don't understand. What are you going to do? You're going to pressure me into convincing my people to buy a house they don't want? Like, I really don't get it. Another thing that agents don't seem to understand, and this goes for owners as well, is just how educated these buyers are. They think just because, hey, I've been a real estate agent for 20 years, I know everything. Well, you're not a home inspector, okay? You're not a general contractor, all right? You don't know what you don't know. And codes have changed and things have changed. They just don't understand how much research buyers do, how much data they have access to before they make offers, before they make purchases. I mean, really savvy buyers out there, and it's catching a lot of people by surprise, but they know the carrying cost. They know what the risks are, and they certainly watch You know, you guys tell me all the time, you watch the home inspection videos online, the new home builds falling apart, all the horror stories. It's out there. And rather than, like, I feel like that's a great educational tool. Like, amazing. Like, if you guys can come to me and know all this stuff beforehand, that's awesome. I think that's great. But a lot of agents view this as some detrimental disservice that these people are doing to the real estate industry, because they're showing what could go wrong and what you need to work out or look out for. And it's pissing them off. No, everybody comes in here, you know, they want to do all these inspections. Every little thing's a problem. It is a problem. If it's a problem, it's a problem. Now, granted, guys, if it's not like a safety issue, you know, very small things, most buyers will overlook. But yeah, why are you so against this? It doesn't make sense to me. Everybody knows everything about the school zones, the districts, all kinds of assessments, the HOA, they know the rules. They're on the Facebook groups. They're getting the inside information on the town. So, you know, if that was your prime value for a long time, that you could provide that information, it's going to get a lot harder for you. And there better be other things that you offer, because that's not necessarily information that's hard to find anymore. And I think the aggression is a little much too, guys. Like, I see a lot of agents come online on social media and post how they put some other agent in their place, or they brought out the old me. I brought out the old me and showed them who they were dealing with. Like, okay, good job. You got rude and blew the deal up. Like, what good is that going to do anybody? You just cost yourself a paycheck and you cost your customer a home. Like, what are we really talking about here? I don't get that. A lot of ego. I get it. Ego in any sales position, but not for me. I mean, tell me I'm garbage. I don't care. Are we closing this deal? Can I get my customer what they need? Great. I'm trash. Sounds good. See you closing. Like, that's my stance on it. But it's not a lot of people's stance on it. And it really bothers me, if I'm honest with you. I'll give you a nice shot of this. Oh, I got to spin because of AI tracker on my face, so it has to keep me in frame all the time. But not a bad view to head out to open water on this morning, which it looks like a couple of people are doing here. So down in Punta Gorda Isles, obviously, guys, if you don't know where I am, right off Bel Air and West Marion. Was walking down Gulfview a second ago. Some people just want to look it up. All right, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.